So welcome back, everyone. I hope you're all having a wonderful Thursday. So many of you that follow me on social media have asked about our reception, and a lot of you that follow me over on social media have seen some of the pictures from our reception. So if you don't follow me on social media, check out my video description for links to all my social media sites, my Instagram, my Facebook, my Pinterest, because I share a lot of information over there that I don't share over here if it's not in the form of a video. And so last weekend, as many of you know, it was our reception. We got married back in May, but we wanted to have a reception in the fall, specifically because the weather, we love the season, and we wanted the weather to be a little bit nicer, a little bit cooler, and we also wanted to gear our reception towards a fall sort of theme, if you will. So last Saturday was our reception, and it was amazing. I'm going to insert some photograph clips in here. One of the things that I don't have any pictures of, and I'm kind of disappointed, is that I really wanted to get some photos of the tent set up with all the tables in the evening before everyone got there at 5 o'clock, so it was still daylight at that time. But I wanted to get some shots of the inside of the tent, and there are a few where people are in the tent and things like that, but I really wanted to get some pictures of like our little head table with the candlelight going. So just to give you a little bit of background about our reception, it was outdoors. It was on my family's property in Illinois, and we had a large tent that we rented. There was a bonfire with hay bales around it. There were pumpkins. There were a couple of different fire pits. There was a lot of outdoor lighting. In the tent, we had lighting all the way around the perimeter of the tent, and then lighting that went up to the peak of the tent. So it was really well lit in there. And then because it was outdoors, I, with intent, did not want it to be too upscale. I didn't want fabric, linen, tablecloths, because I wanted to be able to dispose of everything quickly whenever it was over with. And it was also a kids were invited reception because lots of my family have children. So there were hay rides for the kids, which was a lot of fun. We had music, so there was a lot of dancing. The food was wonderful. We had so much food. Our cake, there is a picture of our cake. I will include that. We just did a large sheet cake. We didn't want to mess with doing a tiered cake because we actually purchased the cake here in St. Louis, Missouri, where we live, and we took it with us to Springfield. And so we're not wedding cake transporters, so we did good to get a large sheet cake from here to there. It transported very well, and so we knew that we weren't going to get a tiered cake. But there's just a lot of pictures that were taken of, you know, people, and there are some images of the tent before the candles were lit. So what I did is I just got black vinyl tablecloths from Walmart. I took some mason jars. I did 3. They were 8-foot long tables. I did 3 mason jars filled with Epsom salt, filled with votives that are in the glass inserts already, you know, tucked into the Epsom salt. I did 3 of those down each table, and underneath that I did a sheer sort of mesh gold glittered runner. I got just a large spool of that, and I made a runner to go under it. And then I just did some autumn leaves underneath each of the candles, and at each place setting I had a fall themed napkin for everyone, just to sort of dress up the tables. And the candlelight was beautiful. 3 mason jars down an 8-foot table is a very good amount of lighting, and I was unsure about that, but it worked out to be really, really, really nice. It was the perfect amount of lighting, and the candles, I never had to refill them. They burned all night long, so that was wonderful. I did not want it to be formal. I told everybody wear comfortable, warm clothing, jeans, sweaters, sweatshirts. I mean, just whatever you want to be comfortable, because the temperature did get down into the high 40s, but there was no wind, so it was so nice. It was the perfect, crisp autumn evening. And the bonfire was huge. That was a big attraction. And then the hay rides for the kids. I did our 2 signature drinks were fall berry sangria, which we actually put oranges and blackberries and apples in that. It was really a perfect nod to fall. And then we did they were in beverage dispensers. I did a beverage dispenser of margaritas, and the sangrias were a huge hit. They were actually nearly gone. And people that don't even like red wine were like, this is amazing. I love this. And they drank it all evening. And then, of course, we had wine, and then we had, liquor and things like that. We had some apple cider, pumpkin pie along with the cake. It was just a really beautiful, special event, and it turned out exactly the way that we had hoped that it was going to. It really did. There was everything just worked so beautifully. So it wasn't that we really had a budget we were trying to stay in, but I will say for sure, you can definitely pull off an event that's going to be successful and it's going to look nice, relatively inexpensive. We stayed at the Crown Plaza Hotel, which was absolutely lovely. We've stayed there before, and the rooms are beautiful. We did get a lot of cards with cash. We did get some gift cards, and then we did also get some actual gifts. So that was really nice. We made out really well there in terms of, we actually put on our invitation, on our save the date, and then we did an invitation to the reception that we weren't asking for gifts. So it was really nice, though, that people, thought of us and everything. So, but it was just really nice to spend time with our family and so many of our friends that we haven't seen in so long. So it was a wonderful event. Thank you all so much for asking and inquiring about it, because it turned out to just be perfect. And we were holding out for wonderful, beautiful weather, and we got that. Stay tuned for the end of the video, because that's where I'm going to insert some clips of our reception. If you don't follow me on social media, you really should, because that's where I do a lot of the day-to-day stuff. If it's not in the form of a video, it goes over there. So be sure and check that out. And I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful week. I know the weekend is nearing and everyone's looking forward to that for sure. We're having beautiful weather here. It's so gorgeous. It's perfectly fall. I love it. This is my time of year. We have, the sort of mid to high 60 days, cooler evenings. It's perfect. I'm actually getting to use my sunroof, which many of you that have sunroofs and convertibles know that, unless you're an absolute sun lover and you love the extreme heat, you don't get to use them very long. Just a short time in the spring and then, a short time in the fall, really. So I'm enjoying being able to use my sunroof. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week, and check out my video description for links to all my social media sites, and also the At Home with Zane store is on there. So check that out, because that's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can shop on there, and people have been. So I've been very busy with that. So among many other things, I have that going on, and so I'm I'm back to that now, and that never really stops. So I appreciate all of your patronage on the store as well. Thank you all so much. So I hope you've enjoyed this little chat, catching up, and I hope you all have a wonderful week, and we'll look for you the next time.